Welcome back. It's another tiered list day, and we're doing one that's going to just cover a whole bunch of shit. This is top media franchises. Now, what that means is there is just a random assortment of media. I mean, this is apps, anime, Marvel, TV, Disney, games, all of it. And we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through it and rank stuff. There's a lot of stuff on here I don't know, but that's okay. We're still going to rank it. So we're starting off with a solid one: the Need for Speed franchise. I've had a lot of fun with Need for Speed. I've played a lot of the games growing up. I think some would even argue that it's the most goated racing game. For me personally, it's not. I like more realistic racing games, but it's hard to beat. What is it? Need for Speed Midnight or Midnight Underground or Need for Speed Underground. I can't remember what they were, but they were fantastic games. So I think a B starting out, pretty solid. The Hunger Games, I did like the Hunger Games movies. The books are really solid too. It's a lot of fun. They were really well written, and I think that they casted the movies super well. Super entertaining. I don't think anyone really. I've never met anyone who was like, "Yeah, I don't like the Hunger Games." Mission Impossible. You know, for a while there, I thought Mission Impossible probably should have stopped, but I feel like every single Mission Impossible that has come out since the fourth one has gotten better and better. They are just a high velocity action entertainment. Tom Cruise running, it's the fun. They're fun movies. If you're going in for a blockbuster tearjerker story, you're not going to get it. But if you're going to get a fucking bad guy villain, Tom Cruise messing people up, and just high velocity action with great cinematography, I mean, that's what Mission Impossible is. It's awesome. Strawberry Shortcake, I mean, I guess I'm not part of the fandom, so I don't know. It's I've never had issues, but I also don't know much about it, so I'm just gonna see that up right there. Legend of Zelda. If I don't put this high, I'll probably have all the neckbeards after me. I get it. Legend of Zelda is great. All of them are pretty solid, and the newest one's probably gonna just continue that legacy. Legend of Zelda very rarely misses. I mean, I there's probably a couple on like handhelds that aren't great in my opinion, but across the board, it's there's a reason why it's the Legend of Zelda. Madden. Oh. It's tough because Madden is such a staple. I mean, the sports games, there's Madden, there's 2K, and there's FIFA. And no, not many other sports games really get recognition. My issue with Madden is it's always felt like, and I get it, like every year it needs a new game because players and stuff, but it almost seems like kind of shitty to have to buy the game every single year when they very rarely do updates. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Madden aficionado. Maybe if Go Eagles is watching this, he can kind of put his 2 cents in down below because I know he's a Madden player. But I don't know. I stopped playing Madden a while ago just because I just lost the enjoyment for it. But when I was getting them regularly, it just felt year to year there wasn't much changes in the gameplay, and then it got more and more buggy as time went on. And it's EA. EA doesn't usually give a shit, and they know people are just going to buy the games. But it does suck, especially when you get a game like Madden that is super competitive online and there's a bunch of glitches. Gran Turismo. Now, see, I have to put Gran Turismo above Need for Speed because Gran Turismo is my favorite racing games because it's much more serious. It's much more like I'm going to customize this car to how I want to have it feel versus it's just going to feel this way when you drive it. I haven't played a Gran Turismo game since 5, so they may have fallen off, but growing up they were my favorite racing games. Yokai Watch, I'm not familiar. G.I. Joe, I mean, the new movies are mid. I'm not a big fan of them. The old cartoon was fun growing up watching, but going like I don't go back to it when I want to enjoy like old cartoons. It's not on my short list of ones that I'll go back and watch, but it's not bad. It's just not the best. Disney fairies? I'm not quite sure what that means, so we're gonna put that there. The Wizarding World, Harry Potter. I mean, listen, I don't care if you don't like Harry Potter, but you gotta respect what Harry Potter's done. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I'm not a Potterhead, as the fan base seems to call themselves. But I've watched all the movies. I've read most of the books, and I enjoy everything that I've consumed from Harry Potter. We could argue a little bit about some of these newer movies, the Fantastic Beast ones. It seems like the fan base is pretty split. I don't know really where I sit. I enjoy them for what they are, but they obviously don't live up to the magic of the originals, which, it's hard to. I just feel like Harry Potter is one of those ones that you can relive over and over again, and it's fun every single time. I've rewatched Harry Potter all the way through several times, maybe six or seven through my life, which was a lot if you really think about it. And I've enjoyed them every time. They're pretty solid. Lego Movie. I'm not I'm not into the Lego stuff personally. I've seen one of the movies. It's fun, but it's not going to be on my top echelon. Terminator? Fuck. Listen, if you take Terminator 1 and 2, we're putting that in A. But everything after 1 and 2 was not great. 3 was pretty bad. And then everything after 3 was worse. Uh, but T2 carries it. We're putting it at B. Cats? I mean, I fucking love cats. But I don't think this is talking about the animal. I think this is talking about that new god awful shit movie. I watched 20 minutes of it and I'm like, I'm done. Wicked Years, I don't know. Skylanders, I don't know. Titanic? I mean, Titanic's great. It's a great movie. Like, there's people who are coming out and like trying to say that Titanic's not good. Like, sit back and have some fucking fun. It's a good movie. Avatar. Man, I don't know. I assume this is talking about James Cameron's Avatar and not Avatar The Last Airbender, right? Because if it's Avatar The Last Airbender, we're putting it immediately like an A+. I'm assuming that this is Avatar, the James Cameron Blue People Avatar. I like the first movie a lot. And we're getting the second movie in 2022, like 15 years later. And I'm excited for it, but is it going to live up to the hype? I have my doubts, right? I think everyone does. So we're going to put this at a B, and we'll come back and see after the second movie. Roblox, I'm a little out of the Roblox memes to enjoy it. I have played it now for the first time, and it's fun because you can play with people, but I just don't think that I don't think that I'm going to commit time and effort into Roblox. It seems definitely. I understand that it has a wide audience and it's more looked at as a kids game, but there are fun things to do in it. I don't know. The thing with Roblox that is cool that I have to give it credit for, it's like Minecraft and Gary's Mod. Everything is in the game. You can play any other type of game inside Roblox. There's Counter-Strike, there's Fortnite, there's all these fucking games inside Roblox, and you can just play Roblox instead of the other games, which is super cool, but it's just not really for me. Les Mis, I am a big fan of it. The Hugh Jackman movie was fantastic. I've seen the play live, not from like professionals, but school, and it was done really well. It's a great story. It's a great play. It's a great movie. Iron Man. Iron Man's biz. Iron Man. The original Iron Man movie's great. The second Iron Man movie's pretty good. The third Iron Man movie's pretty good. And then him as a character throughout all of Avengers was fantastic. Arguably one of the best characters. Transformers. Man, I could say the same thing about Transformers as I can for Terminator. Now, no Transformers movies have been as good as Judgment Day, but the first two Transformers movies with Shia LaBeouf are pretty great, and the original cartoons are pretty great. Probably going to bump Transformers up to a high B, and it may get moved around later. Astro Boy, not familiar. Garena Free Fire, that's that newish game. I haven't played it yet. Hamtaro, I don't remember Hamtaro enough. Godzilla, the new movies are pretty cool. It's not my favorite. I'm not going out of the way and saying Godzilla's super cool, but they're fun. They're not bad. The Matrix, I am a pretty big fan of The Matrix. The new movie, I feel like I need to watch one or two more times. The first movie is fantastic, and then it kind of had a decline. The second movie was mid. Third movie was a little bit below mid, but the overarching story is fantastic. The idea of simulation theory and or is this reality real is pretty crazy to think about, and hits even more in 2022 the more that we talk about that idea. ER, my parents watched ER when I was growing up, but I never got into it. Clash Royale, I mean, if we're talking fucking phone games, it's pretty good. Maple Story I have not got into. Finding Nemo, Finding Nemo's great. First one's great. Finding Dory's great. Lots of fun. I enjoy it every time. Scooby-Doo is bis. Listen, I don't want to hear the argument about like, oh, well, this new generation of Scooby-Doo's dumb or that old generation of Scooby-Doo. Listen, Scooby-Doo has been good since the beginning, and even the new ones are good. It's fucking Scooby-Doo. It's entertaining. They have some of the best movies. The live action movies, they suck, but they're so bad that they're good and entertaining. I mean, I'm telling you, go watch Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island. One of the fantastic horror cartoon movie. Like, I'm not like scared to watch it as an adult, but as a kid, oh yeah, it scared the shit out of me. And the Hex Girls from the other Scooby-Doo movie, say less, fam. That's all I'm saying. Spider-Man. Oh, I get it. I get people think that Spider-Man's their favorite character. He's not my favorite character, but the movies are a lot better. The original ones with Tobey Maguire are fun to go back and watch. The Andrew Garfield movies are good. Spider-Man across the board is really good. He's just not my personal favorite. Game of War, I don't know. Demon Slayer is fucking hella good anime, top tier. Dragon Quest, I don't know. I am a big fan of Resident Evil. Always have been a big fan of Resident Evil. I know that some of the games are confusing and some of the lore is confusing and it's all over the place. And they drop the ball on some of the live action shit, but I don't give a fuck. I love Resident Evil. It will always have a high place in my heart. World of Tanks, mid. I didn't like it, but I also am not a whale and didn't pump thousands of dollars into it. Captain America, he's got to be a little less than Spider-Man for me. I like the movies and I like the idea, but the character for me is a little boring. Powerpuff Girls, fun cartoon, but I don't think I don't know if I would like it going back or not. I don't know. I grew up watching it, but that only means so much. Idols, I don't know. Cosby Show, I gotta go poo-poo there. Winx Club, I don't know. Batman. Batman's one of the best superheroes. I like him more than Titanic. And I get it, right? Like, everyone immediately goes to Nolan's 3 Batman movies, and there's a reason. They're some of the best movies ever made, not only superhero movies. Heath Ledger's Joker, what's his butt is Bane, Batman, everything about it's just good all the way through. And I also enjoy some of the older Batman movies. Some of the cartoons are my personal favorite. Nightwing and I can't remember what the one card Batman Forever. The video games are great. I mean, Batman's just a staple, right? He's holding DC in the palm of his hands because DC needs some help. Madagascar, I mean, they were funny, but they're not my favorite. Planet of the Apes, I don't know. I haven't watched any of the new Planet of the Apes movies. The only one that I really know is the original one, or not the original one, excuse me, the like 2000s one with Mark Wahlberg, and that one was kind of dog shit. But I've heard the new ones are really good. Indiana Jones, big fan, big fan of Indiana Jones. All of them are great. Love it. Love the idea. Love the characters. I even like Crystal Skull. Come the fuck at me. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. Aliens in Indiana Jones. Love it. People are gonna hate on it, but I don't care. Tomb Raider. Yeah, Tomb Raider's great. Games are fun. Love it. Thor. I haven't seen Thor: Love and Thunder yet. I like him more than Captain America, a little less than Spider-Man. NBA 2K, I mean, we already talked about my thoughts on Madden, so 2K is going to go right. It's going to go above Madden because I think they're better games, but same idea. Jumanji, I didn't like it growing up, sorry. Overwatch, man. How much time do we got? I got time to write a fucking novel about how much I have a love-hate relationship with this fucking video game. Okay, characters are great, lore's great, the way they look is great, everything about appearance-wise in the game is great. Now the game itself is fucking frustrating. Characters are unbalanced, then they're balanced, and then they're unbalanced. Things need to be updated, they're not. Overwatch 2 is... it's there. I don't know. Based off of how many hours I've put in the game, I feel like I have to put it somewhere above C's just because I've put a lot of hours into it. But it's good. That's the thing, is like, it's a good game, but it's not. I don't know how to explain it. It's fun. It's whatever. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. It's classic. Kung Fu Panda. I'm not as deep into the Kung Fu Panda stuff as some. I do like the first movie, but that's all I think I've seen. Dragon Ball. What other fucking anime do we have on here before I make this call? Let's put Dragon Ball like somewhere down here. Because there's a lot that I got to talk about with Dragon Ball, and I don't know. I need to go through some other stuff first. Monsterverse, I don't know. Bourne? Is he the Bourne movies? Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. If you never watched them, they're pretty great. Spend the time, they're worth it. The books are great too. Tom Clancy, listen. Tom Clancy is a fucking goat. Books, movies, games, they're all good. Rainbow Six Vegas, one of my favorite games of all time. Rainbow Six Siege is still prominent. Tom Clancy's it's just, everything's fantastic. Men in Black, it's B. First movie's good. The Incredibles, man, where's the hate squad? Not a fan. It's not the worst Pixar movies in my head, and they are fun, and I don't know why I don't like them, but every time I watch the first Incredibles movie, I'm just so bored. Until Frozone screams at his wife, "Where's the super suit?" And then I'm like, okay, we're good. NBA Jam, the old games, I mean, they're not great. They're not great. They're fun though. Not great though. Guitar Hero, I played Guitar Hero like 2 and 3, but I didn't devote that much time to it. Call of Duty, shit, man. Okay. It's hard to not put Call of Duty at S, not because of my personal opinions, but because how Call of Duty is just a staple. It's been around forever. It's been prominent every single year it's been released. It's always one of the most played games. Whether or not it's good or not that year has always been up to judge. But I don't know many gamers who haven't put a lot of time into at least one or multiple Call of Duties. I'm back playing the most recent Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I'm enjoying it. The stories have always, the campaigns are always solid. Zombies could be its own category because of how popular that is. Call of Duty is an S tier franchise, even though I don't think the owners give a shit about the fan base. That's kind of how I feel. Barbie, yeah, not a fan. Gundam's fantastic. So I gotta speed through some of these, otherwise we'll be here all night. Toy Story, high quality, for sure. Fourth one's kind of garbage, but that's okay. Cars, worse than Incredibles. Pokemon, I mean, do we really gotta say this is the highest grossing anything, right? Like Pokemon's made so much money everywhere, from games, cards, movies, TV shows. Shout out Ash for finally becoming a world champion after like 30 fucking years. Good job, my guy. Bulbasaur sucks. Sorry. Middle Earth, yeah. Lord of the Rings could be an S tier by itself. I don't care what you guys say. Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not the best in the world, but I'm a fan. Peanuts? Dude, my boy Snoopy? Fuck yeah. Every time a Peanuts movie comes on, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, love it. Have a great time. Dora the Explorer. The Simpsons. I've talked about The Simpsons many a time. Still not a fan. Lion King is fucking amazing. Super Sentai. Power Rangers. Power Rangers is good. Teenage Mutant Ninja fucking Turtles. Fantastic. Dungeon Fighter Online. I don't know. Pac-Man. It's classic. Not my favorite, but it's classic. Hello Kitty. Cute, but not for me. Avengers. I mean, I feel like it has to be an S tier. Some of those Avengers movies have just completely broken how movies can be made. It's unreal. Looney Tunes. Yeah. Looney Tunes got to be A+ for me. Grew up with that shit. Love it still. SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah. You got to be up there too, my guy. SpongeBob's a staple in so many people's lives. Fist of the North Star. I don't know. James Bond. Yeah, we'll put it a B. Frozen. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I like Frozen. Space Invaders. It's all right. Warcraft. Being a fucking longtime Warcraft fan, I could talk about that, putting that name plus all night. If you want to hear my Warcraft thing, I can make another video because that would take a whole 20 minutes, but I'm not going to do it right now. Sailor Moon. Yeah, I like Sailor Moon. It's fun. League of Legends. If we're rating the community, it is poo-poo. The game itself, it's fantastic. There's a reason why it's been at the top for so long. Winnie the Pooh, mid. Not my favorite. Crossfire, no. FIFA, we're going to put it right in the middle of 2K and Madden. Neon Genesis Evangelion, fucking fantastic. Just put it somewhere in there. Final Fantasy, it's got to be up there. Final Fantasy is they write some goddamn good stories. Shout out Tfue. One Piece, listen, I'm going to put, I know One Piece. I've watched One Piece. I'm not caught up on One Piece. I'm not even halfway through. And I don't feel like that gives me enough right to rank it. Grand Theft Auto. S tier? I feel like with how big 5 has been, it's hard not to put Grand Theft Auto in S tier. Street Fighter, yeah. A for me. Love Street Fighter. Star Trek. I haven't watched enough Star Trek, but what I have, I've enjoyed. Lineage, I don't know. Rula Kuma, I don't know. Mickey Mouse and Friends. I don't know what that really justifies. Honor of Kings, I haven't seen. Thomas and Friends, I don't know. Candy Crush. Guess it's a fun phone game. Jurassic Park. I like Jurassic Park, but I feel like I really only like the first original movie. The second one's something. The third one's decent, and then I haven't really enjoyed the new ones as much. Superman, I'm not a big Superman fan. Just not. Monster Truck, I don't know. Angry Birds, I played the game for a while. It's a big C. Sesame Street, The Muppets, yeah, hell yeah, my guy. If you didn't grow up on Sesame Street or The Muppets, I'm sorry. Pretty Cure, I don't know what that is. Ultra Series, I don't know. Star Wars for me is always S tier. It is, always will be. Let's rank these in order for me right now. Star Wars, Middle Earth, probably Pokemon, Call of Duty, Avengers, Grand Theft Auto. Okay, yeah. I don't know what that is. Pirates of the Caribbean. I love a lot of the Pirates of the Caribbean. I also dislike some of it. The ride is super fun. First two, maybe three Pirates of the Caribbean are really good, and then I kind of fell off. But I've heard the most recent Pirates of the Caribbean movie, like whatever the last one that was came out, was actually really good. So I don't know. We'll see. Ben 10. I liked Ben 10 growing up, but I'm not a big Ben 10 fanboy. Don't know what that is. PUBG. I really dislike PUBG. I personally think that it's the worst battle royale game out there of like the big like 5 or 6 popular ones. Sonic the Hedgehog. I still haven't seen the movies, but it's got to be up here. I mean, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, right? It's got to be up there. X Men. There's so much goddamn X Men content. I don't know. I don't even know how to talk about X Men. I like X Men. That's all I'm gonna say. Cayman Raiders. Don't know what that is. Paw Patrol. I have not seen Paw Patrol. Clash of Clans. If you got the money. Disney Princesses. This has already been in here. I don't know what that is. Westward Journey. Fortnite. I mean, for me personally, I didn't play much Fortnite, but like Fortnite as like what it's done has got to be up here. It's, it's ginormous. It made gaming even more mainstream than gaming already was becoming. The Big Bang Theory, I think, is poo poo. Halo, big fan of Halo. Even though the last multiplayer just kind of dropped the ball, still love Master Chief in the Halo franchise. DC Extended Universe. I don't know. I don't know enough about the Extended Universe. Digimon. I know like there's those people who are like, man, Digimon's just as good as Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. It's not, but it's cute. Ice Age. Yo, Ice Age is funny as fuck, but it's not that good. Twilight, not a fan. Haven't ever been a fan. Fast and the Furious. If they would have stopped after like 4 or 5, yeah, but I haven't seen the last like 5 movies. I think there's like 10 now or something. I liked 1, 2, Tokyo Drift, and then the fourth was kind of dog shit. The fifth was kind of dog shit, and then I haven't seen anything after that. Minecraft, yeah, let's put Minecraft up there. We all know. And I don't know. This is the Phantom of the Opera. Interesting to have this on here. It's fantastic. Tamagotchi. Hell yeah, man. Mine's probably dead somewhere. Rip. I don't know what this is. Dora Demon. Weekly. I don't know what that is. Shrek. Glad we all understand. The Sims. I haven't actually played much of The Sims. Friends. Not a fan. Don't think it's funny. Take the laugh track off. Mamma Mia. E. Mortal Kombat. Big fan of Mortal Kombat. Care Bears. D. Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, I guess Avengers, MCU go hand in hand. Dragon Ball. So we don't got Naruto on here? Okay. Well, we know Dragon Ball is one of the biggest anime franchises out there, and I'm not going to deny what it's done for anime and whatnot. I don't think it's great. I think Dragon Ball Z is actually kind of boring, especially once you dive into anime as a whole. I just feel like it's hard to put Dragon Ball Z anywhere, even in my top 25. But I still enjoy it for what it was, and but I haven't watched Super, so I guess I should shut my mouth until I watch Super. Bob the Builder, yes he can. Down to D. My Little Pony. I don't know. I haven't watched. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Brony stuff. I don't know what the appeal is for people who aren't kids. Uh, I always tell people I'll try anything once, so I don't want to bash it too much until I actually look into it. But I'll look into it when I'm like 100, and I don't plan on living that long. Donkey Kong. Yeah, I like me some Donkey Kong. He's definitely up there. Fucking Danky. Beauty and the Beast. It's okay. Beyblade. Fucking let it rip, dog. I'm gonna put that there. Seinfeld? Seinfeld's pretty funny. Fate? I don't know. Song of Ice and Fire. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys and just say, like, even though the final season of Game of Thrones was dog shit in a lot of people's eyes, it's still probably the best show ever made as a whole. The books are probably some of the best books ever written in the genre, and House of Dragon has been absolutely immaculate so far. I can't not put it up there. Assassin's Creed. I do like me some Assassin's Creed. We'll put it there. Aladdin. I really like Aladdin. And finally, the king himself, Mario. Mario franchise is so far wide. Anything with Mario, I'm putting it underneath that. So there's like Party and Kart and Paper and old school Mario, new school Mario. He's biz. He's the best. All right, guys. Well, this is going to be my rankings. Do I need to move anything? Probably. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I don't know. I don't know if any of this is in real order. And this is already a 30-minute video, so I'm not going to go through and remove stuff. But this is my top. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Let's look at the community rank for at least the top. Oh, there is none. Okay, cool. Just me. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one.